Welcome. Welcome to American Alpha Male. I'm glad you're here. Blessed that you're here. All I ask that you do is participate in the question I'm going to ask. Give me some feedback. Let me know what y'all like. Let me know your dislikes. Hold on. I got to get rid of those zombies. As a man, prepare to suffer. Prepare to suffer leadership. Prepare to suffer guilt for things you didn't do. Prepare to suffer. As a man, please remember this, and I will give full credit where credit is due. It will go to the great Dr. Peterson. That's why you see him on there. There's two men that I can listen to daily and learn something from them while listening to the same exact message all over again. Prepare to suffer. And it's all right that you're going to suffer. This is life. These things that happen, they're not just because of certain things and certain individuals. No. It happened because you are the man. You cannot run. Times get hard. There's nobody there for you. We understand this. We note and we know this. Understand this. Be the strongest person at your parents' funerals. Yep. Both parents, mom and dad, be the strongest person. Understand, you have to be the strongest person at a sibling's funeral. You have to show strength. The day you don't show strength, they will kill you. Now, for anybody who's saying this is poisonous, this ain't like this, shut up. I'm not talking to you. You're not a man. And that go for dudes, boys, and any female that come on here complaining and talking trash. You don't know what you're talking about. You've never been a man. You don't care about men. And you run from the sight of men. So this ain't for those. But let me tell you something. Get yours. Get yours. Get your fulfillment out of things. Get your self in order. Take care of you after you taking care of everybody else. See, man, you had to go out and you had to plan stuff. You're going to have to plan a whole bunch of stuff. You're going to have to plan your vacations, your man time, and get rid of listening to everybody else when it is your time. Learn when to cut your phone off and suffer the consequences of the complaints. There are men right now being told they're not good enough because way down the line, their girlfriends, fiancés, wives, all of these women of significance changed up. They decided to switch up the program while you thought everything was accepted. It was all right. It's not. They're going to change. Don't take it personal. Take it professional. Everything to you should start to feel like a business transaction, unfortunately. Because in their eyes, they're using feelings, and they think you're supposed to understand their feelings before anything, as though every man is an empath. And we do have some parts of empathic abilities, but at times we don't know how to direct it to where it's somebody's fault or it's not somebody's fault. Typically, half the victims I believe in this world are not the victims that they cause it on themselves for certain things. If a man is robbed after leaving the bank with a ton of money hanging out his pockets, yes, the blame goes to the robber, but then I turn around and I blame the other person. Why is it that where crime is, or where people will take any opportunity, that you would decide to be that opportunity for them? And a lot of people can't answer that. So understand this, man. They don't care. They won't care until you die, and you're dying every single day. We kill ourselves more than anybody. And you know what happens? Oh, they'll fake cry for you at your funeral. They'll act like you mean something when you don't. And then, within 6 months, it is like you never existed. Oh, you don't believe me? Oh, man. Who is your great-grandpa? What's his name? Exactly. When your great-grandma died, I guarantee you can go find out. Your great-grandpa, same thing. But I guarantee you, the reverence that they talk about your great-grandma opposed to your great-granddad don't make sense. But, hey, they don't care about him. Never have, never will. And I know there's going to be people on here who are going to think this is negative. No. Let me ask you a question. When is the last time you dedicated a whole entire weekend to your man's abilities, and try to enhance your understanding of your man? You haven't. Exactly. But when we talk about birthdays, we talk about anniversaries, we talk about Valentine's Day, just those things, not even including Mother's Day, and not even including other Mother's Day, second Mother's Day, which is Father's Day. We don't do all that. Hell nah. Let Father's Day come, Father's Day go. I didn't even remember last Father's Day. But I know this. If an unexpected bill pop up, oh man, let's run. Let's run to dad. Let's run to the man. Even though everybody has either a husband or a boyfriend, oh, they run to me. Why? Because it doesn't bother me? It does for about maybe 10 seconds. And then I just realized, oh, they all trying to use something. That's all that is. They're trying to use something. So, get your own. Stop allowing yourself to be manipulated. Stop allowing these people to stop you. Stop allowing. Learn the word stop. Don't learn the word no. Learn the word stop. It is more powerful. When they come and they try to use you, say stop. I guarantee you it'll pause them. And they say no, they're trying to manipulate you. Hey man, can I borrow this amount of money and this and that and this and that until this? If you say no, they say, oh man, well, I have this and I have this problem. I bet you do. I bet you do. And then this problem and then that problem. Yeah. But let somebody come up and say, oh, I need to borrow $500 for a rent. Just stop. I'm not that person. I'm not that person you can use and abuse and confuse. And if I decide to tell you no, you act like, oh my goodness, it's the end of the world. It is not. I want you to understand something. The love that you get is not real love. You're only loved because you have an ability to do something. So in the words of damn near every woman, go love yourself and do something for you. I know it's going to sound a little weird. It's going to feel a little weird. Because goddamn, whatever you do something for you, you got to bring everybody else. You got to include this person, that person. Hell, and it's only short-lived. It's only for 2 days. God forbid you took a whole entire week for yourself. So I want you to learn the word stop instead of no. There's going to be a multitude of people who are going to hear this video and they're going to go, damn, I'm glad you said it. Yeah, I said it, but now you got to do something about it. Just like every problem you found out in your life that you had to do with less resources than everybody and more complaints than anybody, and told how your struggle doesn't matter. And the only thing that you're good for is your ability to do without bitching out loud. I get it. I get it. I understand. I understand. But please, learn the word stop. Because when life stops for you, that's it. You are a tiny speck in the fraction of life. that by the time the year is over, everybody will forget you. And the stories that they're going to tell, it's going to be a half-half. I mean, there was social media pariahs who disrespected the shit out of Martin Luther King. When Martin Luther King was so hated. And you want to know the worst part about it? Martin Luther King died broke. Because he always split up his money with his people. So he had to have other people as he died take care of his family. And you know one thing that hasn't happened? Those people aren't being brought up. Harry Belafonte is not being brought up when you talk about Martin Luther King. Oh no. God forbid. So when you do things for you, do it for you. Don't worry about it. Of course, you're going to be hated for doing stuff for you. They don't like that. But so what? So what? See, it's a world out there for you that you've yet to explore, because what you were told was, hey, go out there in the world and compete. And when you compete, the only thing that's going to make you happy is the accolades. And then you got the accolades. And then the accolades weren't enough, so you went and you did more for more accolades. And then more accolades weren't enough. And then you realize you weren't pushed for that for you. You were pushed for that for them. There are a ton of athletes who get to the end of their career and realize this was never for me. This was my parents setting me up to be their cash cow. What does life have for me? They get to the end of the road and they realize the woman that's there, she didn't give a damn about you. She cared about 100% your ability to provide. Not the aches and pains and the mental trauma that you have. The camaraderie that you had with your guys when it was time to go out and battle in the sport. It happens to our military brothers as well. Well, so I married him because if I marry him, it's going to send me off to college. And then when I get to college and I make myself whatever I'm going to make myself, the man that I love changed. No, he didn't change. He changed your life. And you felt you didn't have to adapt with him. You see how this world works? This world ain't for you. They want you to work yourself out, beat the hell out of yourself, die off, and allow others to thrive. I have 2 friends. Well, we ain't good no more. But I had 2 friends that used to play in the NFL. You know, both of them tried to kill themselves multiple times. They just sucked at it. And when they finally accepted help, the common theme was they're worthless. They're worthless. Because it was cool when they were bringing in the money. It was cool when they were screaming glory on Sundays. But in this business that we call life, once you get fired from a position, you don't know how to fire back. And I wish that more people would listen to stuff like this, because it becomes a rudimentary understanding that you were used in the worst kind of way. You were taught that chivalry is dead, but still open the door. If you see a woman being harmed, you step in. Though that woman has nothing to do with you, though that woman may have even been the person who started it, more than likely not though, more than likely, you were taught to sacrifice your life, your belongings, to people who would never do the same for you. And ladies, if you jump on here and you talk about the man that you did it for, I promise you this. This man was not a top tier man. This man was a man that you were trying to build. because you wanted to control him, because you didn't want the outcome of life to be the outcome of life. Tell me I'm lying. You knew that man wasn't any good news at all, but you decided to try to make him that way. Why? Because you were selfish and you only cared about yourself. But if you didn't do that, you wouldn't know what to do with yourself. And nobody ever sat you down and said, listen, can you be the type of person who can be led? And you said no because you couldn't give up control. Thank you. Have a good day.